Good morning, learners. Hope you are well. Right, today we're going to be looking at the very, very important concept and useful decision making tool that is being used by multiple industries. It's a very valuable process that we follow in order to create alternatives for us to understand our situation, and this will ensure that our decision making is going to be effective. That we know as the SWOT analysis. It is an acronym, meaning the SWOT stands for the following. It stands for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and then threats. One of the first things that you need to understand about this SWOT analysis is that invariably it's divided up into two sections. Normally, our strengths and weaknesses, and then opportunities and threats. You'll notice that we have got an additional clue here of how do we put together our SWOT analysis is that when we are talking about our strengths, we are talking about internal factors. What are our strengths? When we look at weaknesses, again, what are our weaknesses as an organization, as a team? What factors are contributing to our strengths and what factors are contributing to our weaknesses? When we look at opportunities, again, it is an external examination. What opportunities are outside our organization? Into that is we look at threats. Again, it is an external evaluation. What factors are external that could potentially threaten us as an organization? So when we look at the strengths, we are always looking at those again internal factors, things our company does well, qualities that makes us unique out there in the marketplace and separates ourselves from competitors. Factors can include our internal resources, our skilled or knowledgeable staff, our brand. These are all what we call tangible assets, such as intellectual property. Our, we might be the market leader. We might have the best technology. So again, it is really what makes us stronger than our competitors within within an industry, etc., etc. When we look at weaknesses, once again, it's time to assess is what factors are preventing us from really taking advantage of certain opportunities out there in the marketplace. Things our company lacks. Potentially, we evaluate it, and that's where you need to be very hypercritical about it. Things that our competitors do better. So when we look at weakness, there's no time for ego. We need to really sit down and say, you know what, we have certain weaknesses in comparison to our competitors. We might have certain resource limitations that can be skilled labor. It can be looking at factors such as intellectual property, or it can be looking at financial resources. And then once we've identified, it is we haven't quite understand our uniquenesses within a particular market or within a particular sector of the economy. When we look at opportunities, now we look at external factors. We can look at opportunities such as looking at underserviced market for specific products that we might have. We might look at new opportunities where few competitors are. We can also look at emerging needs for our product in terms of creating new buying opportunities for our product. And then we will look at making sure that we can see how we can expand our exposure using media, press to cover our organization. Lastly, we look at threats. The final element of SWOT is our threats. Everything that poses a risk to your company or is a likelihood of actually stopping any form of potential growth. We can look at maybe we're in a market where new competitors are constantly getting into the market. We're looking at changes within our regulatory environment, maybe new legislation, political, etc., etc. We can look at maybe some negative aspects that have gone out into the market regarding our maybe press or media coverage that's impacting our positioning within a certain sector in the market. And then lastly, changing customers' attitudes towards our company, where we might think our customers see us as an important part of their buying process, but there might be elements that we are doing which potentially is creating a different perspective as far as how customers are seeing it. Once we've gone through each one of these, we will then have a very good idea as far as what is our strength, our weaknesses, our opportunities and threats. And from that analysis, we will be in a position to make better decisions. Thank you.